Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dwight here at Retro Crypto YouTube channel. It is June the 27th, 2022 at 6:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the good old US of A. Wherever I've been MIA, missing in action. Market had a real good run up this week, but I didn't really want to jump and do any videos because I knew it was going to pull right back. We haven't hit bottom yet, guys. Now that I've said that, do me a favor, hit the like button. Make sure you hit that like button before we go on. And if you already hit the like button, make sure you subscribe. And if you already subscribed, make sure you hit that little bell. That way you're notified every time I upload a new video. YouTube's algorithm will appreciate it, and I'll appreciate it even more. All right, guys, with that said, I'm an ordinary guy out there on the internet with a passion for cryptocurrency. It's essential that you do your own research before making any and all financial decisions. All right, so I guess you guys are saying, what is he talking about? What does he mean that we haven't bottomed out yet? I truly feel that just taking a peek at the market here, I just don't feel that the full recession in the US has really smacked people in the face yet, if you get my drift. There's a lot of things that have changed, like your spending habits. So if people are willing to spend, if you're used to going out to eat every week or expensive, luxuries of life, things, the finer things in life. But I don't think people really realize it. I just know that gas is getting ridiculous. Like, I drive a subcompact car. I drive a small car, and it was $63 US to fill it up. A year ago, it was like 32, 33, maybe 34. But it was ridiculous jump in price. But just wanted to put that out there, guys. All right, so let's take a quick peek at the market here. Bitcoin is currently sitting at 20,837. Ethereum is at 1,205. BNB is 235. I think BNB is a much stronger player than any of us thought they would be, even though they're centralized. In my opinion, they are a serious player. XRP is at 35.5 cents. Cardano is at 49 cents. Eventually, a Vassal hard fork will happen. Solana is at 38.85. They have to get their respect, I guess. Polkadot 784, and Hex has moved up. Hex moved all the way down to the 14th spot. It took out Tron and Dai. It's now sitting in the 12th spot. At sorry, drink coffee, even though it's 7 o'clock in the evening, but I'm in the mood for it. I'm probably going to pay for it later, but. All right. Hex is at 4 cents. Yeah, so let's go ahead and jump right into things here with technical analysis. As usual, I like to talk about the overall crypto market cap, then Bitcoin, then Hex, and then Hex projects. I'm sorry, Pulsechain ecosystem projects, and then wrap it up with a little bit of Cardano. All right, so we'll take a quick peek here at this chart. This is the total market cap. This is all cryptocurrency combined. And you can see that on November 21st, it was at $2.95 trillion dollars. Absolutely amazing. But you can see that it's pulled all the way back down to as low as 771 trillion. That is more than a third. 2/3. Wow, that's a serious pullback. But we're currently sitting at 916 trillion. But the good thing is we dipped under the support level that I had here, but we came right back to that support level. So it looks like this is where it wants to sit, at least for the short time being. But I think that crypto is due for one more hard hit, one more hard smack in the face before we can start thinking that we're at the bottom. Because the stock market, I truly don't believe that the stock market's received the hit that it should for being overinflated with too much free money floating around and all that good stuff. All the money printing. All right, like just food for thought, guys, before we jump over to the Bitcoin technical analysis. All right, I don't know about your country because I know I got a lot of Australian followers, German, Canadian, UK, of course. How in the U.S., because they turned on a printing machines for cash during that word that will go unnamed on on YouTube, when they printed all of this cash. Companies were at all-time high when they were operating at 50% or less. They're actually operating at a deficit a significant deficit because they weren't operating at all, some of them, but their stocks were at all-time high. No profit. So that that is coming, guys. And I think that the stock market's going to be that final black swan event, and then everything come crashing down. And then predictions of $11,000 Bitcoin, 14,000, 13, whatever. I was always floating around 16, 15, but they're all in the same range. It's going to be a significant dip, and that's going to be your chance to really stockpile. Me, I've been dollar cost averaging, but whatever works for you. All right. So I finally said that. Got all that I wanted to say. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin here. I had set up this chart up a little while back now, and I'm glad I did. The you can see all the resistance points that it broke down through over here on the side, and it broke through the 19,110 resistance point, but then it came back above, and it's been floating between that and the 22,330 support level. So between these two support levels, it's where it's been at. So hopefully it stays there. But guys, honestly, you saw when it dipped all the way down to 17,738. 11 grand, 12 grand, it's not really far from that point in my way of thinking, but I'm also focusing on the long term. So expect this significant dip, guys. And when it happens, don't panic. Just put your head down. Let all the people who were asking a million questions about how to get into cryptocurrency now want to make jokes about it. Let them make their jokes. You stand your ground, all right? You stand your ground, and you will be laughing eventually, but just not that week or day or a month or even year. But it won't be over that long, I don't think. All right. All right, so let's take a quick look here at Bitcoin with this. All right, so we're going to start at the bottom, work our way up. The RSI actually has Bitcoin as being neutral. It's not overbought or oversold. The MACD actually lags behind the market slightly, and it actually is indicating Bitcoin as being in a bearish tendency right now. We're going to take a look here with the VRVP chart, and you'll see that the bottom support level is sitting at roughly 17,672, which I just mentioned. The upper support level is at, not coming up on here for some reason. The upper resistance level, and this one's about 31,643. Now you gotta remember, when I use the VRVP chart here, it actually, depending on how much of the history I show, the chart will change. Okay. If you guys ever want to start using it, and the setup's pretty easy. I actually did that a video on that. If any of you guys are interested in how to set up the VRVP chart, just send me a comment, and I'll let you know how to get to it. And matter of fact, even if you're not interested in this chart, send me a comment anyway. I love comments. I love chatting with you guys. All right. Now the support level that we're currently sitting on right now is kind of floating as a resistance and a support, and that is at 21,170. So that's where we're at right now. Now, if you look inside of this chart here, where you see the purple, you have the top and the bottom and the middle line here. All right, this is the Bollinger Bands, and the bottom portion indicates that it's oversold. The top indicates if it's overbought. Well, currently, the crypto is on the oversold side of things, as you can see right here. So Bitcoin's on the oversold side. All right. Moving forward, now we're going to take a peek at the Market Cipher chart. Market Cipher chart has a, on a 4-hour chart, has a blood diamond and a sell signal. That is very bad for Bitcoin. I'm actually watching it very closely because it might be a short. It might be a potential to take a short, make a short on it. But I don't know. I don't really trade like that usually, but I don't know. I'm just getting desperate because as I watch the market crash. But anyway, yeah. So actually, I want to make up what I lost in Terra Luna. That was meant to be my my bag of dust. You know what I mean? My money on the side, and I lost it. But so is crypto. All right. So anyway, so with this blood diamond, got a sell signal, got a short signal, got a bearish these signals here are all indicating that Bitcoin should be making a pullback, but there's other indicators saying that it may be bullish right now. So it's going to be like a lot of people going two separate directions with it. Now look down here, the volume is a little low, in my opinion, but it's nothing significant. Now if I look at the 2-hour chart with Bitcoin, you're going to see that Bitcoin, it looks even more dire, but I do see some green wicks popping up after this signal. So I don't know, it can really go different ways, because sometimes the blood diamonds can indicate a significant drop off, as you can see here. Other times it's not too bad and it's manageable, as you can see with this one. So that's what I'm watching very closely, guys. All right, with the exponential moving average here, you'll see that with the 4-hour chart, Bitcoin is actually 100% on the bullish side of bearish side of things. Ichimoku chart has let's put this on a daily chart just in case, because I'm assuming things. Yeah, the daily chart also has it on a bearish side. So okay. The Ichimoku chart here with the 4-hour chart is actually indicating Bitcoin should go into a bullish trend within the next 4 days. So between now and July 2nd. Man, it's already going into July. Summer when I was a kid used to last so long. So long. It was like time stood still. And now it just flies by. It's very depressing. All right, sorry. All right, so here's Bitcoin here with the moving averages, and you'll see that Bitcoin with the 200-day moving average, then the 100-day. Now, the bottom's a little interesting for once. You'll see that there's a little tug of war going on between the purple, which is the 20-day, and the green, which is the 50-day. Now, what's about to happen is actually a negative signal, because the 100-day is about to cross back over the 20-day. So that's not a good thing. That would be considered a bad thing. And 100 days about to, yeah, there's nothing good going on right there, guys. So we have to sit back and wait and see how this plays out. Kind of a weird scenario was happening, because if you look at this closely, you'll see the 100-day is about to get crossed over by the 20-day moving average, which is a good thing. But then the 50-day is about to cross over the 20-day. So it's kind of one of the ones where I look at and go, huh. That can go a lot of different ways. We'll have to watch that, because if they start looking like a Twizzler and they're intertwining with each other, that could be a sign for a bullish breakout. But if there is a bullish breakout, I think it's going to be short-lived, guys, and don't get fooled. Be very careful. Let me keep saying that. Now, I'm just a guy on the internet with a passion for cryptocurrency, but just saying. All right. Right here with the 4-hour chart, we have a possible rising wedge here. You'll see that it is a very bullish sign for Bitcoin. We'll have to keep a close eye on this chart here. Right now, I want to see it break out through the top, but if it breaks out through the bottom, that'll be bearish. Top will be bullish. We'll just keep an eye on that. Like I said, there's a strong possibility I want to trade this, but what I want to see it break out down this way before I do anything. All right, now that's it for Bitcoin. So let's go back to Bitcoin real quick. So basically, long story short, what do I see for Bitcoin? I love my charting here. This is bearish, 1 bearish, 2 bearish, 3 bearish, 1 bullish, 3 bearish to 1 bull, and 1, I'm gonna go with bearish. So I see 4 bearish signals personally, guys. So like 1 bullish. So that's where 3 bearish to 2 bullish. So it really can go either way, guys. That's why you really want to keep a close eye on it. But like I said, I haven't said this yet, but think about it like this. If you are thinking about buying into Bitcoin, if Bitcoin's worth 100 grand, 80 grand, 60 grand, 50 grand, $20,822 is a good buy-in. It's all in perspective, guys. Me, I'm trying to keep focused on the long run. All right, Pulsechain. Pulsechain here is ticking away. This is the test net for Pulsechain. So when people say it's a scam or he's just running away with our money, this and that, when they refer to Richard Hart, the one problem I have with the theory, and it's the only problem I have, Pulse, the testnet's up and running. So legally, all he's got to do is hit the switch and say it's live, and you can walk away with whatever you got to sacrifice. So don't fool yourselves. And the only reason I'm talking that way is there's different individuals out there talking about it, negative about it lately. Richard Hart, Pulsechain, is it a scam? Yada yada yada. Pulsechain's built. The testnet's up and running. I don't know what you think that is actually required of them. I mean, it's already done. It's just it's very obvious right now. It's not being released because we're in a bear market, and he probably wants to release it at the bottom. And I even believe we have another drop to go. And I truly, who knows? Maybe it'll happen in July. I'm betting on late July, early August, but you know, who am I? But but all right, guys. Now, with that said, the sacrifice checker was updated on June 25th, so they're still updating it. I don't know, guys, but I have faith it'll come. You're just gonna be patient. Delayed gratification. All right. Let's take a look here at HEX. This is why most of you are here right now. So, what is this nobody's opinion on the internet about HEX right now with charting? All right. So, we're going to take a look at this chart. What I have here is I drew out. First thing I want to point out to you guys is HEX has been in a downtrend for a very long time, since September 18th, and constantly hitting lower highs the whole way down. Okay. Just keeps going lower and lower and lower, and we have not broken that trend yet. We've had a couple times when I thought that trend was officially going to stay broken, but it really hasn't. It's still lower highs. It has not come anywhere close to that all-time high of what, 50 cents. All right, now down here I drew out a wedge with the current pattern here, and you'll see it looks like either a descending triangle, which will be bullish, or it could also be seen as a bullish pennant. And what's funny is, well, it was really funny that this could be either way, a descending triangle or a bullish pennant. I think it looks more like a bullish pennant to me, but it definitely could be a descending triangle. But what's funny is it's so similar to Bitcoin, because HEX, Ethereum, the whole market has not fully decoupled from Bitcoin. It's much better than it used to be, but it's so far from being decoupled from it. And it's just something you have to accept and push on. But it's so much better than, oh my God. I remember if Bitcoin moved a 1/4%, everything moved a 1/4%. It's not like that no more either. All right, let's see here, HEX. All right, so we're gonna look at HEX compared to the rest of the market right now. So the state, we're gonna try to stick with all of June. So that's what we're living right now. You know what I mean? So we're gonna crank this back. Oh, I see what's wrong. Sorry, guys. It's only 1 hour chart here. Take this back. Here we go. So I want June. There we go. June 1st. All right. So this is all of June. So HEX is actually down as of during the month of June. It's down 42%. Let's see here. All right, HEX is down 42%. Oh, wait, let me get this right. Yes, that's correct. Ethereum is down 42%, and Bitcoin actually is down 34%. So Bitcoin is doing better than Ethereum and HEX since June 1st. But, it's kind of interesting. It kind of tells you where you stand. And, the further I drag this, it'll give a more and more example. So if I drag this out to when HEX was supposed to have been released on Pulsechain. Let me rephrase this. Pulsechain, Richard Hart predicted that Pulsechain should be out by mid-May. It was super late April, like the 30th, or it was late April. I remember when he said it, and I remember doing the math, and it came out to like May 14th and mid-May, and what he said, 2 weeks. And you can see from that point on to now, Bitcoin has dropped almost 31%. Ethereum has dropped 46.37%. And HEX has dropped 66%, which is pretty massive, guys. And I really think this is kind of a supporting fact alone. I might even have to tweet this later, because this is a supporting fact alone about HEX of what's going on. Why hasn't he released this yet? I think this has something to do with it. I think he's waiting for the market to bottom out, because just from that date to now, the significant drop off of the market is pretty extreme. And really, that was only a month and a half ago when he had predicted to release Pulsechain. Feels like a lifetime, though, don't it? All right, Hex right here with the RSI. RSI for Hex is neutral right now, guys. Not overbought or oversold. MACD is indicating that Hex is bearish right now. The bottom support level for my VRVP chart here is set at 0.027 cents. The support level in the mid range, the highest volume level where we are currently sitting at, we're currently sitting on a support level of roughly 0.041 cents, and the upper support level with the chart, the way it's drawn out currently, resistance level is at 6 cents. And I'm expecting significant resistance at the 5 cent marker, which is right about here. All right, Hex here with the market cipher chart. Bearishness. This is a short signal, a bearish continuation. It's just all bearishness there, guys. Ichimoku chart. Actually, the Ichimoku chart for Hex contradicts the other charts, just like it did for Bitcoin. It's actually predicting that Hex is going to go into a bullish trend in the near future. Well, we're currently in it. So at any point now, Hex is being predicted to go bullish in the next 4 days. So we'll have to see how this plays out because it did the exact same thing with the Bitcoin chart. Bollinger Bands definitely has Hex as being bearish. Let's see, not Bollinger Band, I'm sorry, moving average exponential. And the also being bearish on the 4-day chart for the moving exponential moving average. Duh. All right, now let's take a look here with the moving averages for Hex. All right, so you got the 20-day, which is purple, the 50-day, which is green. Make sure this is right. Yeah, 100-day, which is orange, and the 200-day, which is red. There is some positive movement for Hex with the 20-day and the 50-day average. They're floating between 100 and 200 now, and the 200 is still on the downward angle. So we can just get this 20-day over top of this 200. That would be something very bullish, something to be excited about. It would be the exact opposite of a death cross for once, but I'm gonna have to wait and see how that plays out. All right, so Hex is actually we're gonna call this chart neutral because it can go either way. This chart here, we're going to go with neutral. This chart here is bearish, bullish, bearish, potentially bullish. So yeah, it's gonna be. It's hard to predict these days, guys. I think the whole market's kind of winding up real tight, waiting to see what Bitcoin does. Honestly, it affects everything so much still. But don't be surprised if you see a big wick down to this range here again, or you never know, it could shoot up. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say right now. Anyway, try to put our charts together, see what you think. Let me know. Leave a comment. All right, Hedron, real quick. Hedron did some good big things this week. It was a big mover. It ran all the way up here to that 12. What? I hate doing this. 0.00012 marker. I mean, that was a big move, guys. Now you got to remember, it's such a low percentage of a penny at this point, but it still counts. All right. I'm actually a fan of Hedron. Don't sleep on them. I wouldn't put money into it necessarily, but I'm sure there was people like me who were pretty happy who did put money in it down here at the bottom and saw it crank up. I thought about selling, but I chose to hold it because I think the Hedron will come into play, especially once Pulsechain comes out. Because Ethereum got expensive the other day on me out of nowhere, and I was like, "Yep, that's the Ethereum I remember," because it was like a $25 charge, nothing special. But just because there was a little bit of action in the market, Ethereum rate skyrocketed. Ticked me off. It reminded me why Pulsechain is so important. And maybe that's what Richard Hart's waiting for the fees to kick in on Ethereum, so people be like, screw Ethereum. But anyway, that's my theory. Hedron, but yeah, don't sleep on Hedron. Right now, it's just a neutral thing, guys. Yeah, you're gonna have to follow your gut on this because Hedron would be classified as a penny stock at best, honestly. But it's a gamble that if certain people get it right, they're going to get it really right, if you get my drift. Right now, Hedron is bearish, extremely bearish. Hedron creator. I didn't really spend too much time on this. I'll explain to you guys why. Now, Icosa has been created by the creator of Hedron. It does some pretty cool stuff. I don't want to do a video on it. I'm not going to do a video on it. I just want to focus on Hex, Pulsechain, Cardano, and Cardano projects right now. I think everybody needs to stay focused on Pulsechain. Now, granted, you want to be ready for Pulsechain. I get it, but yeah, I don't know. But it does do some cool stuff with the Hedron. It definitely, you need to educate yourself. I'm gonna do a video on it. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I just see all these projects popping out based on Hex or Pulsechain or both. But Pulsechain still isn't live. It's just frustrating to me. Just keeping it real, being honest. But yeah, definitely check out Icosa. It's a very interesting project, and I'm a fan of Hedron, so definitely look into this. All right, guys, and it breaks down what it does very clearly. All right, Pulse Dogecoin. Pulse Dogecoin. You guys know how I feel about Pulse Dogecoin. Still on a little bit of a pullback right now. It's like $2.36. But as being the bet between Pulse Dogecoin or Pulse Doge, it looks like Pulse Dogecoin is winning that battle, guys. There's no other way to say it. All right. I'm not going to do Cardano on this video, but this video is going to be all about Hex. So, yeah. This is a pretty long one. So anyway, guys, you have any questions, any concerns? Ooh, let's talk about this real quick. I didn't see this earlier. Cardano has a blood diamond and a sell signal right here. This is a very significant symbol, especially popping up for Cardano. So it might be a significant pullback coming. So keep that in your mind in case you own any. But anyway, leave a comment. If you have any questions, statements, concerns, suggestions. Make sure you like the video and make sure you subscribe. Until next time, guys, stay Hexicans. Peace out.